Ronell, so
Hi,
good to connect with you again.
hi, Sharon.
It's
Fantastic to see you.
Thank you. Feels quite a while since we've actually seen each other. It was nice to have a quick catch up, and thank you for agreeing just to come and share a little bit about your own experience with Disrupt Yourself.
Yeah, only with pleasure, Sharon. I have so much to say about it that I don't know. You'll have to just cut me short if I ramble on and on and on. So I'd like to share my story with whoever's watching because I really feel that it changed my life in a nutshell. So I was 61 years old and I broke up with my husband, and a very dear friend of mine phoned and said, look, Ronell, I know there's a program out there and I'm going to give you a number and I really feel you should do this. And I thought, just give me the number. I'm too busy. I was financially unstable because I basically just packed my bags and left my husband, and I didn't know how I was in any case going to pay for any sort of program or project or anything. And the next day he phoned me back. He's a really good friend. And he said, I know you haven't phoned. Please do so. And he basically forced me into it. And I'll be forever grateful for that, because one always thinks you're going to get through it, or 2 or 3 days later you move on, or and you think, yes, I need help, but after 2 or 3 days, then you think, no, I don't really need help. I'm going to figure my way out of this one. And let me tell you, I am so absolutely thankful for the journey. It was really a wake-up call for me in so many respects. I can actually describe myself as an emotional idiot at the age of 61. My life story was suppressing emotions. I was absolutely not even aware of anything that I was feeling. And the first thing that the Disrupt journey gave me was just the vocabulary. And I have a degree in languages, and I can so clearly remember, Sharon, when I used the word sympathy instead of empathy, and you corrected me ever so gently. And I felt like such an idiot, but it really was scary to me how out of touch I was with my own emotions, and that this was actually causing all the imbalances in my life and causing me to act out. I had huge problems dealing with my anger, and I was really having problems in my business dealing with my employees. It was really showing up in all parts of my life where I didn't want it to show up. So I started off by having personal sessions with Sharon until we sort of got a grip on the problem, and then she moved me into the group sessions. And again, I caught myself thinking, I'm in this group of 8 people, varying ages, most of them a lot younger than I am. I don't know what I'm going to learn from this. And oh my, was I wrong. There's something incredibly powerful about somebody sharing their day-to-day struggles with a specific problem that helps you to just as if the sun comes up and you can suddenly see something clearly, where you can just absolutely clearly see how you yourself have been deceived by whatever is going on in your head, or by the world, or by whatever, and into thinking in a certain pattern. And that is where the word disrupt just is such a perfect word, because throughout your life, even from a young age, you fall into patterns, and you keep sticking to those patterns. And if they don't work to you, work for you, you find yourself unable to jerk yourself out of those patterns. So just the process of being able to share with completely strange people at the end of the program, of course, it feels like family. To me was really life-changing. I also want to stress how important the material that we received was, because I was really conscientious about it, and I journaled and worked through it. And that's where I found also a lot of growth happening. It's when you sit and you actually, A, have the vocabulary to name the emotion, B, you've received the tools to actually understand what it is that you've been going through, and by naming it, you're also taming it, and you're able to let it go. And the next time when you end up in the same situation, you have tools to deal with it. You have just more knowledge and more skills and more ability to deal with it. So that to me was in a nutshell the most important part of it. But and from a material perspective, I mean, personally, I think I benefited most from the drama triangle. Boy, did a window just open for me when I read about the drama triangle, because I was forever in it. I was the world's biggest drama triangle. And so for me, that it just broke open things. And even today, when I have a problem in a certain area, I go back to my material and I open it, and I go back to my journals and I see this is what I wrote at the time, and how have I grown? Of course, it's an ongoing process, and it's like a gradual awakening process, just becoming aware of what is going on inside your head, where is it from, and what to actually do with it, or how to calm it, or how to deal with it. I don't know if that
Sure.
is
So incredibly powerful to hear what's coming out of your mouth. And, you know, I was sitting on this side experiencing your ahas. So it's really so beautiful hearing you say it. And it was over a year ago that you finished your Disrupt Yourself journey. Am I right, Ronell?
Absolutely, yes. And I'm still growing, and I'm still feeling that the benefits of it, because you know, I've rediscovered joy in my life. I used to be a very optimistic person, and I err on the side of optimism, as my daughter likes to point out to me often. But I just got back that childlike optimism that I had about life and about the world and about just, you know, the journey that we're all in. And so thank you for that. I really appreciate. And then, of course, the group of people that you're with, they all contribute. And, you know, you get into a situation and you think, oh, that was exactly what so-and-so went through, you know, and how did we discuss this? And what did I think at the time? And how can I reapproach this from a different angle?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's the power of group work. There's not just one teacher in that room. There's a whole bunch of people expressing and sharing from their own lives. And it's just such an incredible learning perspective process that you're going through. So I'm thrilled that was so powerful for you. And Ronell, I'm hearing, you know, the work continues, and I love that, because the tools that you're talking about are the tools that I use every day of my life. So I know that they are tools that we take with us, because life is evolving and the challenges are coming, and we continue to dive back in and say, okay, hold on, where am I? What's going on for me? So I love that your toolbox is still relevant for you.
Very much so.
Is there anything that you would say, particularly to someone who is sort of sitting on the fence at the moment in terms of diving into this program? What words
Yeah,
of advice or wisdom would you give them?
I would just say, just do it. It is it's a no-brainer. Just do it. It's, you know, maybe I can just share this as well. My daughter and I were also going through problems at the time, and I also enrolled her into the Disrupt group. And it really took a long time. It took a long time for us to work through all the problems and little nicks in the thing. But yesterday we traveled back from Joburg in the car, and we were fine. We were friends. We were mother and daughter. We were colleagues. We were just, and that was so special. Sharon, I can't thank you enough for that, because if somebody asked me what would I do to normalize my relationship with my daughter, my answer would be anything.
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't have to do anything. I just had to attend a few meetings and make space in my busy life for it. But you know, the Zoom meetings are so actually so handy, because you can be anywhere. You can be anywhere in the world. You can, even if you've missed a session, you record it and you can watch it afterwards, which some of them, you know, were even more powerful having not been in the meeting, but actually watching it afterwards. Because you can stop, you can pause, and you can reflect on what was being said, and you can view it from different angles in your head. So yeah,
I actually just want to sort of dive in a little bit to what you were saying around yourself and your daughter. And you know, the type of work that we're doing is transformational, and there are many layers to transformation, you know, and I think it's indicative to the length of the program, but also the work that you're putting in and the layers that you're pulling back. And it's not like going to a 4 or 6 hour workshop. You're doing a bit of boundary work or trauma work or emotional work, letting go, forgiving, you know, all of the things that we sort of bring in. It's layers and layers to get to those deeper spaces. And it warms my heart and really is just incredible to see where you've come and how far both of you are in terms of your own relationships, but also just being able to work alongside each other with different hats on, you know, knowing that this is my family hat and this is my business hat, because those are sometimes the most rockiest relationships, is to know how to handle that.
Absolutely. You know, we're complicated human beings. You know, we're made up of thousands of layers and of things and experiences, and you know, the complicated problems are the ones that take the most time to solve. So one has to be able to invest time in it, but time well spent, very much so.
Thank you, Ronell. I don't know if there's anything else that's on your heart at the moment, you know, that you think is relevant to share. I think you've covered a lot of ground and such a beautiful outlay of your own experience of the journey. Is there anything for you?
You know, I can't say my life is pain-free, but I am very, very happy, very joyous, I've rediscovered, you know, myself, the core of myself.
Yeah.
And I like myself now.
Yes. Yes. How amazing is that? That sets us up for such greatness. Hey, when we have that self-love and respect, it just sets the tone for every other relationship that follows. Yes. Ronell, you know, from my side, you walked the 42-month or the 42-week journey, shall I say. You were there most weeks for 3 hours a week, and your input was just incredible. And you were absolutely diligent with doing the reflections. And I'm saying that because the work doesn't just happen. You know, there is transformation in the balance. It is there for your taking. But unless you do the work, you know, you're not going to necessarily pop out with the changes that you're hoping for. And I know that you really dived in. You took it seriously. You were challenged on many levels, and you took it on the chin, and you said, I'm in boots and all, I'm going to do this work. So it's amazing to see the outcome. Thank you so much. And thank you for this feedback. It's hugely valuable to me, to the work that I do, and hopefully to the listeners that are out there hearing how this program can, in fact, change their lives. So thank you again.
Yeah. Just do it. Don't think too much. Just do it.
Thank you. Thank you, Ronell.
Okay.
Yeah, much love and blessing. And yeah, take really good care, and we'll connect soon.
Yes. Thank you very much, Sharon.